Hello and welcome to another Nikomedia tutorial. Yesterday I made this picture here and a guy made a nice donation and asked me if I can make a tutorial for this. Yeah, of course. Yeah, this is rendered in Octane, but this guy, he don't want that I mention him by name, so I respect this, but thanks again for the donation. And he has no Octane. So we will try to make a result something like this with the physical render. And so let's start. Okay, of course we could do this with the XP skinner too, but not everyone has an X particles, so I make it with the metaball like I did it with the original one. For this I need a cube. A sphere. Yep, so I have here an icosahedron type as default, but it works with everything. I think, but didn't try it, but it sure works with standard and everything. Size 50 should be okay. Then I select my sphere and clone it. Go to MoGraph, Alt click on Cloner. Here I want the grid array. Yep. Of course I want it more random here, so select the cloner, go to MoGraph effector and click on the random effector here. I'll make a little more space between 200, 200, 200. Okay, and what I see is we have here some intersections. Now we can play with the seed here until we don't have any intersections. I'll play here with everything. 200 again. But I don't want to play with the seed and everything. I want to use the push apart effect in the R18. We have it, so let's use it. So select the cloner and go to MoGraph, effectors and push apart. And at this moment nothing intersects anymore. I go to my push apart and get a little down with it. Something like, see, I can not, well, 100 was okay, I think so, by 100. Let's see, let's stay with 100 and so it's okay. Next thing I want to do is connect this whole sphere, so I select my cloner and now I go to MoGraph and use the tracer. Click on tracer. And because I selected the cloner before, the tracer has the cloner now inside here. If you don't see it in the trace link here, so just drag the cloner here inside. And in the tracer I don't want trace path, I want to connect all objects, so go here and connect all objects. And we see everything is connected, and that's what I want. The next thing is we use the metaball, but just take the metaball. But I know it that the metaball with a cloner is very slow. So let's first make editable. So I first convert tracer into cloner before we use the metaball. And for this I want to make a copy of my things as backup, so I make a backup folder. This is just my script that makes a null object and hides it. And yeah, you will find everything I use here, you will find in the description of this video, every link you need and everything. So I copy the cloner and the tracer, control drag it in the backup folder and deactivate everything here. So, and now I want to make the cloner and the tracer editable, but first you have to make first the tracer editable, because if we make first the cloner editable, the tracer has nothing to trace them anymore, so we have nothing, then we have no splines then. So it's first the tracer, so click on C on the keyboard, it's just a spline, so C on the keyboard, that's okay. And now go to the cloner, and with the cloner I use my edit optimize script. You have it here. This is just like you would press on the C and then connect and delete everything and right click and optimize. Right click and optimization is not necessary here because we have just used, but this script is in the description and it does everything for you. But meanwhile, I think if you have seen some tutorials from here to you know everything here. So cloner selected, edit optimize, yes. Okay. Now I can push a part in random effector, backup. So here. I want the random effector here too. So now, and now I drag this in the metapole object, and this in the metapole object. Okay, now we have something like this. It's not really what we want. What we need is the cloner and the tracer. I select both. Right click and give it an metapole tag. And this metapole is now selected, this tag, and here I go from sphere to line. Then I get something like this. And this is more what I like. Let's go to the metapole. And here editor subdivisions go down to, let's say, 10. It needs a little time, so okay. Looks quite nice. And yeah, that's it. What I want now to use some deformers. I want this not so bold. So let's use some deformers. First I want a smoothing deformer. But to work with metapole and deformers, I have to put the metapole in a null object. So select the metapole, Alt G on your keyboard for the null object. Then we select the null object, go to the deformer, shift click on smoothing. And now we have a smoothing. Let's go down with the stiffness here. Okay. That's nice. But I want it even more, little more organic. So again, I select the null and take another deformer, and now I take the polygon reduction. Shift click on the polygon reduction. And the polygon reduction should be over this smoothing deformer. So first the polygon, then smoothing. But this is too much, of course. Go to my polygon reduction and let's say it go to 50. And now it looks nice. See, without polygon reduction, with polygon reduction. Now it looks nice. Can go even higher. So you get more organic feeling here. But 50 is okay for me. So, yeah. That looks nice. Maybe, let's see how. Yes, that's 30 is better for me. Just play as long as you like it, and when you say that's my setting, like this. No, I go here to null again, and that's maybe. Yeah, I like it like this. Okay. And the next thing is, now we can start to texture, but the next thing is, if we texture this metapole now, and we want to render every time before it renders, it makes the polygon reduction, it calculates this, it calculates the smoothing, and so let's make out of this metapole and this deformers, let's make just one object, and we do this. If we go to the null, right click, current state to object. That needs a little bit. So here we have our metapole. Now we can deactivate everything here. Okay, we can hide this null object. And here we have our metapole object. And just one object, it moves very fast, looks very smooth, everything is nice and like we want it. So, next thing, let's texture this. I tried it first with my thing here. First I tried it with the subsurface scattering. Was okay, but then I decided to make it with transparent material. It renders faster. Okay, in Octane it doesn't matter if it's subsurface scattering or transparent. But now with the physical render, we will be faster with transparent. But we tried with subsurface scattering too. So let's try first with subsurface scattering. For this, we need something to light and to reflect and something. And of course, I take my Nikomedias Scene Rig here, drag it in my scene here. Okay, the floor is a little too. Oops, go down with the floor. Whoop. Something like here, make the floor a little bigger. So, and we need something to reflect. This I take Simple Studio. Okay. And now we save this. Save and organic atom, whatever, I don't know. So, okay. Double click in your material manager and double click on your new material. Here it's black. My default settings, everything is disabled, so of course it's black. For the SSS, for the subsurface scattering, you need the luminance channel. So activate the luminance channel. Go to texture, effects, here, subsurface scattering. What color do we need? Do something like this here. Okay, I want here 250, and with the path length I leave it at 10 now at the moment. For the moment, as smaller this number is, as longer it renders. So be careful here. But the as smaller this number is, normally the quality is of course better. So in the multiple tab, I go to fast evolution. It renders a little faster. Yeah, that's it here, and I want reflection of course of it. So activate the reflection. I have here deleted my specular layer and just made a GGX layer. But let's make here a Beckman layer, because Beckman renders a little faster. And for just dielectric is Beckman okay. For metal, I would recommend the GGX. So dielectric, and let's see. I like beer. Why not beer? Here 100 is okay. So 20. Okay. And put this on our. First save it and then put it on our metapole. Okay. And if you would have done this now without making just one object, when I drag it on the metapole, you will see here down that it calculates the polygon reduction, it calculates smoothing and everything before it shows you the texture even. So now we can render this. Go to the render settings. Okay, Octane I don't need here. Go to my low GI and ambient occlusion I don't need for this. These render settings, you will get the project file, and then you have these render settings too. Or if you use the Nikomedias Scene Rig Pro, you have the render settings too. But with to have the render settings, you have to double click it in and make a new scene with this. But as I said, you can download this project file and you have everything. Low GI is okay, and yeah, and Alt R for active interactive render region. Alt R. Let's see what we get. We get this I see still we have nice subsurface scattering here. It's darker, it's brighter. Okay, let's go to the material and the luminance channel. And let's go the path length and let's make more red light penetrate to this. So let's go to even higher. See it here in the yeah. Now we have a nice subdivision surface here. A subsurface scattering looks quite nice. And yeah, maybe when we go down here, 3, it needs a little longer to render, of course. But you see it renders slower. But the effect is much better. So this would be a subsurface scattering. And now I will try it with transparency, as I said. So for this I go to my deactivate the luminance channel, go to my transparency. Let's say 1.5 here, that's okay. Then in the absorption color, I want something like this orangey thing here. Go a little darker here. Okay. Then I want blurriness. I want a lot of blurriness here. Because I don't want these hard edges here in the transition here. I want a smooth thing, so 80. Needs a little longer to render, of course, with blurriness, but what else? We want a nice result. It's so far okay. But I want it darker, of course, so I go with the absorption distance down to maybe 20. You see now the nice transition here from dark to lighter areas, dark areas, light areas. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, that's nice like this. Good one. But what I did now is I made here in the original file, you see, I made just some light things here. And we do this here the same. First I go even down with the, now it's quite dark here, it's nice. And now yes, I go to my backup folder or go to the null here. It's okay. I have here the cloner. No, I need the backup folder. I need the cloner with the spheres here. And of course I need the, I copy this cloner out here. Control drag it out of the backup folder. Alt R to deactivate this render region thing here. And then NA to deactivate the mesh view here, the lines. And now I want to see the cloner here. So I make, of course, I have to make the random effector and the push apart effector active. Now I have everything inside our thing here. I want the sphere a little smaller here, let's say about 30, 35, or even 40, 35. We can try it later. Okay, and I want an luminant material here on my sphere. So I go to make a new material. So, and call this light and name this here Okay, here in the light material just need luminance. Okay, for a moment. Drag it on my sphere here. And now Alt A for interactive render region. You see what we get? This is with this light with the cloner, and without the cloner we get this here. Okay, let's make this not so bright. Let's see, 75, 50. And what I don't want that this luminant material lights my scene. It just shall be luminant for here, but I don't want that it lights my scene. So I go to the illumination here and generate GI. No. So maybe more. Okay, maybe go with the sphere size a little down. And here up again. Yeah. Go to the metabol here, to the transparency. And we get, this is okay, this is okay. Maybe go down with the transparency a little bit. Not really. So we get brighter connections, but if we go down with the transparency a little bit, we get brighter spheres and darker connections here. It looks good too, I think. But maybe I go. That was too much. Or even darker, let's see. It looks, everything looks nice here, I think. Go to 100. Take a little color from here, maybe. No. No color from here. Down to 5 and up with the light. Yeah, that was nice. Yes, you can play here however you want, but this looks nice. But for my try, I wanted the opposite. I want darker spheres here and the connections brighter. So let's go to the metabol again, to the transparency. Go up here, let's say to 15. Now you see, of course, the light. Go down here to 7. Not in the transparency, in the luminance channel. So now I have brighter connections again. Yeah, with this I could work. The rest you can do in Photoshop with this nice contrast. But let's see if we get nice reflections. I don't like the reflections so much. First, what I do is I go in my scene rig and deactivate in the background and floor the floor seen by reflection. No, I don't want it. So I have reflections down here too from the background picture, but I want to try some other HDRs. And for this I made another layout. So I have tutorial user here now, as you see. I have an HDRI just to try the HDRI, tutorials HDRI. So this is this, and for this layout, and I have now here my Nikomedias settings. Here is the object manager, don't need it really now. And here I have the HDRI. So I just go to my HDRI settings, have here the file slot, and to try different things, just drag it in here. I will show you what I mean. Now I have this here, and let's try this one. You see I have now this here. Let's try another one. And we have here the stripes now. Here we have a lot going on. Let's see what it is. I want to see it here in the preview. Make the preview a little bigger. And let's see something. I want this here. Yeah, now I have my ring light here and everything. But maybe another HDRI looks better with let's see. I have here. This is not in the scene rig included, but you can do your own HDRI collection here in the library file. When you buy this, you can just drag new files into. So let's see, indoor. What do we have here? Maybe. Let's try the first one here. Yeah, that looks quite nice. But maybe we find another one. This maybe. It's a little bigger one, so it needs a little longer to load. This is nice. Has nice reflections, yes. But the reflections are not strong enough, but this is no problem with my rig here. With the reflection brightness I can go up. You see? Now I have a lot of reflections in here. Almost too many. Ah, that looks nice. But I want to try this here too. It's interesting here. It's quite nice with these reflections. Maybe add more contrast. And less. And go down with the saturation, because we have a lot of green in here, but it is not really the color was I want just the reflections on. Go down with the saturation here. Yes, I think this is what I like. Let's see how it looks. I make a fast render here. Can go to the middle GI, and I don't need ambient occlusion. Shift R to render it to the picture viewer, and let's see what we get here. Go to 100%. Of course, this is a fast render, so we have grainy render, but I want just to see the reflections. Yeah, that looks nice. But maybe it's too much from the reflections. So let's take something what I'd stay with this. I think this was the bigger one, so it needs a little to load. So yeah, I stay with this one. This I like more. Go back with the contrast here. Okay, think with this I can live. Yes. So let's go back to my other layout here. So, and the only thing I don't like here is the white background. Let's make a little sorry, let's make another background. So go to Nikomedias Scene Rig, background and floor, change here the color to a light, something like this. Okay, and here a little darker. Delete this one and make a copy from this and make it just a little darker. Let's see what we get. Okay. I think that's okay, maybe. Okay, this I like. And now we can go to Photoshop and try to make the best out of this. Maybe. Oh, that's okay. Yes, it's okay. If you don't like something, if you don't like the colors, of course, you do your own colors. Because I'm not really sure if I like certain colors so much, but for now it should be okay. This is red. Ah, that's okay. I don't want to spend too much time for things you can pay. So, okay. I make now a nice render from this with high settings, and then we go to Photoshop and refine this whole thing in Photoshop. Maybe I make a white background. No, let it like this. So okay, I'm making a hair render, so I just pause this a little bit. Okay, I'm back and I see what I see is it's too brown for me, and the background, maybe I'll leave the background a white background. The color, I don't like this brownish thing here, so let's try to make this different. So I change my to low GI again and Alt R for the interactive render region. And prepares a little bit, so okay, and transparency. I think about how we can tackle this. Take that's a little better. Okay. Yeah, that's a little better. Let's go to the light and make this a little yellowish too. And even brighter. Yeah, that looks better. Now again this brighter spheres and darker. That's not really what I want. But as I said, you can do it however you want. This is just now to bring something, but I don't want to go with the Photoshop with a result I'm not really satisfied with. So that okay. I make another, so I go to my background color, reset to default. So now it is black and white. That's not really what I want. Let's see if a little color helps us. So for the color we need to go here, so like here, and make a little what is if I use luminance with it? But not subsurface scattering. But it looks great. That looks nice. But no subsurface scattering now. No, I like it like this. I try to make more out of it in Photoshop then. I don't know why it doesn't work like I wanted. What can we do here? No, maybe with the reflectance we can go up with the brightness here a little bit. Okay, maybe give this a little color. Yeah. And transparency going. And here go up to 15. Yeah. Yeah, I think this I like more. Yeah, I like this more. So, okay. And what we can do, I will make an object channel for this one, for this metapole, so we can change it in Photoshop. We can change the colors how we want it. So go to the metapole, make a Cinema 4D tag, and a compositing tag here. Go in the compositing tag, object buffer, and enable the buffer 1. For this now, when I go to the high settings, I want to go to multipass, right click on the multipass, and object buffer 1. Okay. That's good. So save here alpha channel we don't need really, so that should be okay. Everything and I will render out this one. Let's render it with the middle one to test it, so I don't have to work this long. So Control R, Shift R, render this out, and let's see the layer we should have now in the single pass. The background is okay, and here we should have our object layer, and this we can use later in Photoshop. Okay, so stop this, go to the high render, and I'm back in a second. Okay, that's still not what I want, but now I think I know what's wrong here. I think we have it's just too blurry. The glass is too blurry. The 80 was too much, I think. So let's go to the material again. Alt R for the interactive render region. No, not here, so Alt R. So we have this, and let's go down with the blurriness to, let's say, 50. Yeah, now we're talking. That's it. That's it. And now we see nice the spheres inside. Okay. Let's go to this and make it a little brighter, maybe, so to 100. Yeah, and here now we can go down back to white, maybe. Okay, that's not here. Transparent channel. Go back to white here. Or maybe a little color. Okay, and here a little darker. Maybe. And you can do it how you like it. I say, oops, the brightness 15 is too less. Let's say 50 again. 50 is good for me. The lighting is good for me. Now we have it. Sorry for this. But I don't want to cut this tutorials and something else, so to start from the beginning or cutting it together and something else. Sorry if it, but you can go forward whenever you want, so shouldn't be much problem. So 90, but this is much more what I like. Okay, from this I make now a nice render, save it, make a nice render, and then we can go to Photoshop. So, second again. Okay, this is now more what I like. Good so far. Now let's save this as a 16-bit file, so save as, go to PSD, 16-bit, okay. Ist okay, speicher, save it, and then let's open this in Photoshop. So here we are in Photoshop with our file. First thing I will do is I copy this layer and make this a little bigger here. Why can't I make? Okay, so I copy this layer and Control J, the keyboard, then make a smart object out of it. Is just right click and then make it convert to smart object. I have a shortcut here from here, so, but it's not an original shortcut, it's not default, so I've shown you. And then Control Shift A to go in the camera raw filter. And first in the camera raw filter I will do is crank up the clarity. So immediately we get something like this. I go to the full way, okay. See, vibrance, a little bit so. Saturation, no. That's okay for the moment. We see we have a little noise here, but we get rid of this later. So, okay. Then I want to make all layers in a new layer. This is a shortcut: Control, Alt, Shift and E. Again, make a smart object out of it. And go to the filter Nig Collection. You will find this in the description. It's now it's longer. It's free from Google. This Nig Collection. You will find the download link in the descriptions. And I want the Color FX Pro and play with it a little bit. This is the classical soft focus. This is from I go down here to see what is. So I click on the first filter here, and then I just click with the arrow keys down and see what I'm interesting for me, what not. No, maybe. And if I see something that's maybe interesting, I try it. Yeah, I take it, and then here this hinzufügen means just add. We add a new filter. This is down to download in English version, of course, too. So now we had this classical soft focus. Go colorizer. Here I can use every color I want, but I don't need the colorizer here as a color stylizer. Colorize now. Contrast color range looks fine, but no, it doesn't. It's here not good. No, for the moment, so don't add. So go far. Color range now, contrast only. No, I don't need it. Contrast only. So cross balance looks fine. And cross processing, no. Contrast, no. Darken, lighten, center, and I use for every picture, almost every picture. Here I don't see it, but it makes it a little lighter. Yeah, I use it. Add another one. Now the detail extractor. Let's see if we need it here. Don't think so. No, don't need it. Durex, no. Dynamic skin softener, I don't know. Sometimes this helps a little bit. Why not? Then Glamour Glow, let's see if we need this. Why not? Graduated filters, this no, fog no, but the natural density sometimes yes. It's a little too much, but a little is okay. So the upper brightness to -10 about. A little is okay, yes. Okay, next filter. So this was the natural density. High key, we don't. It looks not so bad, but image border and take at the end. Indian summer, no. No. Looks nice somehow. Low contrast. We don't see much, but no. Okay, as last one, no, the image border I do later. Here maybe the reflector effects sometimes makes good things. Yeah, it lights more here. That's okay. Not almost so much, okay. Next one. This was the remove color cast. Maybe. No, don't need it. So, skylight filter, no. But it does a little bit, brightens it a little bit. Yes, okay, thank you. Okay, and maybe the white neutralizer. For this I would have to pick a region, but I don't need this. Okay, for this it's okay. Then I want to go to, okay, so it's a huge difference, I think. So the next thing is Control Shift Alt E, new, make a smart object, and I want to get rid of this noise here, so go back to my raw filter with Control Shift A, make this a little bigger to see what's happened here, and go to this and the luminance noise reduction. You see, it's gone. So, and here I want maybe a little more green. Yeah, go up with the blacks a little. Go up with the shadows a little. And the whole, the contrast is okay. But maybe with the temperature, playing with temperature, go a little colder, this whole thing. Yeah, this I like. Okay. Now I want a little vignette here, so I go to my FX here. And go a little inside with a vignette. A little more because I want to add a border too. So okay, and now I go to my filter here, Nig Collection again. Have this, and instead of this classical soft focus, I go to my image border. And see, well, let's see which type I want. Yeah, this looks nice. Okay, and here we have our result. And I think it looks quite nice. If you want your connections a little smaller, so not so fat, so broad, or you know what I mean. You just have to go when you have your tracer. Make in the I'll show you here. Wait. Here in the tracer, when we have this metabol object tag, just go down with the radius here, and then you will get the tracer. This connection is a little smaller, a little thinner. So okay, yeah, that's it for this tutorial. I hope you liked it. I'm sorry for this in between, for this some thoughts what I had with the right colors and everything. But I think it's okay if it's boring for you. Just press on forward and you won't hear me or see me. So, and here we come with this one, and I think we can be satisfied with it. Okay, so I wish you a nice evening, day, or morning, or whatever, wherever you are. And thanks again to you donated. That is very kind of you. And yeah, next tutorial will come. We'll get another tutorial this weekend for sure. I don't know which one I take. I have my list becomes longer and longer, but I try to make everything what's asked. So earlier or later it will come everything you wanted from me. So yes, so bye bye, and yeah, and if you have questions, just write me on Facebook or here in the comments or on my website. And if you need a link, you have find every link in the description. If not, just write me. I will show if I have anything for you. If you want to donate, you can find the link as well. If you want to buy the Nikomedias Scene Rig, you find the link as well in the description. So yeah, that's it for the moment. And so I say thanks for watching, and hope you learned something new or got new ideas or something else. If you want, or I would like if you show me your results. So yeah, that's it for now. And so have a nice day, as I said, and yeah, baba, tschüss, ciao, bye bye, salut, tschüss.